Just as Niwen QZ felt like her mind was a tangled mess, unsure of what to do next, she suddenly heard Liu Qianwen chattering excitedly in her ear. QZ, oh my gosh, you're awake. That's awesome. You've been sleeping for like over 10 hours. Niwen QZ, still disoriented, casually asked, where am I? Liu Qianwen took a deep breath and then went on, talking nonstop. This is the Emperor Hotel. Oh my gosh, you seriously had the worst luck. We were filming, everything was going perfectly, and then, bam, we ran into some special agents. They were planning to assassinate some important people, and you got caught in the crossfire and ended up getting hurt. Niwen QZ was a little confused by this and was about to ask more, but before she could say anything, Liu Qianwen continued, at first, I was going to call an ambulance, but then, out of nowhere, Lim Young-won appeared like a hero straight out of a romance novel. He said he wanted to personally treat your injury, and well, you know the rest. Anyway, the important thing is you're doing better now. I heard that Lim Young-won even sucked out the poison with his mouth to help you. Oh my gosh, if I got hurt, do you think he'd help me like that too? Hearing this, Niwen QZ felt a shock run through her body, sucking out the poison with his mouth, and it was Lim Young-won. Liu Qianwen, still lost in her daydreams, had eyes sparkling as if she were watching a romance movie. Exactly, QZ. Don't be shy about it. The situation was so urgent, and I don't think Lim Young-won was just trying to save you out of kindness. He definitely had some feelings for you, or else who would risk their life like that? Oh my gosh, getting hugged by Lim Young-won and having him suck out the poison with his mouth. It's honestly something anyone would dream of. I wonder, if I got hurt, would I get a chance to have a close encounter with a real-life hero too? After saying this, Liu Qianwen's face clearly showed envy, and her eyes sparkled with longing. Niwen QZ, hearing Liu Qianwen confirm that it was Chen Yuan who treated her, felt a mix of surprise and confusion. If Chen Yuan knew I was the assassin who tried to kill his master, there's no way he would have saved me. In his eyes, I'm just someone who happened to get hurt. In other words, my true identity hasn't been exposed yet. If he knew the truth, forget about any hero saving the damsel in distress. After this failure, a plan suddenly flashed in Niwen QZ's mind. That's right, I can't let this life-saving favor go to waste. I need to use it to get closer to Chen Yuan. No matter what, water wears down stone, and now I have a legitimate reason to approach him. If I act grateful and express a desire to repay his kindness, it will make perfect sense for me to become someone close to him. And once I earn Chen Yuan's trust, I'll definitely have a chance to get closer to the secrets of artificial intelligence. It's true. There's a silver lining in every misfortune. Not only did I lose nothing, but I've gained a huge opportunity to complete my mission. Chen Yuan, just you wait. From now on, every step you take will be part of my calculations. With that thought, the plan became as clear as a streetlight on a dark night. Niwen QZ's heart was as solid as a rock. Even though Chen Yuan had saved her life, it did nothing to shake her determination. The mission was still the mission. She wouldn't let a small favor derail her plan. But what she didn't realize was that, little by little, her feelings for Chen Yuan had started to grow stronger without her noticing. Niwen QZ's favorite level, plus 10, current level, minus 85. But when faced with the tricky problem of gift giving, Niwen QZ found herself at a loss. Chen Yuan already had everything. A house, a car, money overflowing in his pockets. He could have whatever he wanted. She didn't know what kind of gift would show true thoughtfulness, so she asked Liu Qianwen, her expression more serious than when she went on an assassination mission. Qianwen, do you know what kind of gift to give a man that looks both thoughtful and impressive? Liu Qianwen froze for a few seconds, then her face lit up like she had just had a breakthrough moment. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me you're planning to give a gift to Lim Young-won. With that, she couldn't help but imagine a few painful scenarios in life. I can't believe my cold, distant Chu Zai is now my rival. But oh well, I can't blame her. After all, how can I compete with my perfect idol? Niwen QZ was left feeling both amused and helpless, quickly trying to explain, Qianwen, you misunderstood. I just want to give a gift to thank Lim Young-won for saving me last time. It's just a gesture of courtesy. I don't have feelings for him. But no matter what she said, Liu Qianwen kept nodding enthusiastically, her eyes full of that I get it look. The way she agreed, yet in a way that felt so secretly knowing, left Niwen QZ speechless. The more she tried to explain, the more complicated it all became. Then Liu Qianwen began playing the role of a love advisor and gave her advice. Actually, I think the most important thing about giving a gift to Lim Young-won is the thought behind it. If your heart is in it, even the simplest gift will leave a strong impression. Besides, Lim Young-won doesn't lack money so expensive or fancy gifts won't really touch him. But if it's something you made with your own hands, it would definitely make an impact. For example, you could knit him a scarf. It's really cold in the imperial capital right now, so a scarf would be the perfect gift. If you receive something made by you, maybe Lim Yum Wom will be so touched that it sparks some feelings for you. Ni Wen Q's eye sat there, listening and thinking about making a gift herself. After she finished speaking, Ni Wen Q, Z felt like her head suddenly swelled up and her heart couldn't help but race. She was clearly a top-tier assassin, someone used to handling knives, guns, and all sorts of heavy weapons, and now she was being told to make a gift by hand. It sounded so offbeat. But well, for the mission, for the artificial intelligence, making a gift by hand was just part of the job. It was the end of the world. A little extra effort didn't matter as long as the goal was achieved, and she gained Chen Yun's trust. Not only did Ni Wen Qzi want to give a gift, but 2 days later was Valentine's Day, and everyone wanted to express their feelings to Shen Yun, especially Yi Han. She searched high and low, but couldn't find a gift that was worthy of the occasion. In the end, Yi Han had to rally the entire Yi family, and decided to buy a kingdom building set for her class. When the major families heard that the Yi family wanted to buy the gift for Lim Yum Wong, they immediately gave their approval and helped her complete all the paperwork. Meanwhile, Qin Wushuan took a few rounds in the 4S store and decided to buy a luxury sports car as her gift. 2 days later, before the sun had even risen at Villeneuve, Stixon Wong Tang, Chen Yuan was already making his way to the spy film training room. Today, he was taking on the role of a mentor, planning to teach the contestants some acting techniques worthy of the big screen. But as soon as he stepped into the room, Ni Wen Q's Zai appeared in front of him, clutching a gift box with both hands. Her gaze was a mix of shyness and determination, as though she had mustered all her courage to come here. "Teacher Chen, thank you for saving me. This is a small gift I want to give you." The moment Chen Yuan heard gift, an alarm went off in his mind. Who gives a gift early in the morning in a sealed box like that? Could there be a bomb inside? But she wants to get close to me, and I'm sure she has an agenda. But I'm not worried. If she's playing a game, I'll play along. If she wants something from me, I'll find a way to get something from her too. It'll be a win-win for both of us. No one loses. Even though that's how he felt, Chen Yuan still kept his cool. He didn't rush to take the box. Instead, he scrutinized it, almost as if he were searching for any unusual signs. But before he could do anything, he saw Qin Wu Shuang storming over from another practice room, her face full of energy and confidence. "Chen Yuan, put your hand out." Looking at the logo on the key, Chen Yuan quickly realized what was going on. "This is a Bugatti. Are you seriously planning to give me an actual Bugatti?" Qin Wu Shuang couldn't help but smile sweetly and responded, "Yeah, I just bought it on a whim. I'm not sure if you'll like it though." Upon hearing this, the younger actors in the practice room all froze, their heads practically tingling with shock. Bought a Bugatti on a whim? That's not on a whim. That's casually tossing billions of dollars away. Oh my god, Lim Yong Wong is incredible. He doesn't even have to do anything and still gets gifted a Bugatti. Please, Grandmaster above, teach me how to cling to women's skirts with the same clasp as Lim Yong Wong. Just as the group was in awe of Qin Wu Shuang's apparent wealth, Yi Han unexpectedly appeared, making a dramatic turn in the conversation. "Chen Yuan, I also have an apartment I want to give you. It's not really a big secret." Hearing this, the entire practice room erupted again. Is Lim Yong Wong some kind of living lucky charm or what? Everyone wants to give him gifts, first a supercar, and now a house. Oh my gosh, why can't I meet some rich lady who wants to give me a house? I'm done trying to succeed. I just want to lay back and enjoy life. As for Chen Yuan, he was holding the Bugatti key that Qin Wu Shuang had given him in one hand, and in the other, he was holding the deed to an entire building that Yi Han had gifted him. He had unintentionally become the center of attention, causing others to look at him with a mix of envy and admiration. But Chen Yuan kept a calm expression on his face and turned to Ni Wen QZ, asking, "QZ, what gift were you planning to give me?" Standing before the expectant gazes of everyone, Ni Wen QZ felt embarrassed, regretting that she had listened to Liu Qianwen's advice. The atmosphere in the practice room was still awkward, especially after everyone found out that Ni Wen QZ was planning to give a gift to Chen Yuan. This sparked a heated discussion. "Oh my god, today's Valentine's Day and Chu Zi's giving a gift to Lim Yong Wong. Isn't she confessing her feelings? I thought Ni Wen QZ was all about staying cold and only focusing on her skills, but now she's giving a gift to the master. Could it be that she's already involved with Lim Yong Wong? I bet there's something going on between them. My goddess is gone for good." Ni Wen QZ was still feeling awkward, but there was a flicker of determination in her eyes. Who would have thought that a female assassin once feared by so many could now be sitting there, carefully knitting a scarf, each stitch slow and deliberate, as if she were crafting a work of art? Wake up, this was all because of her trust in Chen Yuan. The scarf was ready, now it was just a matter of seeing if he would be moved. So, Niwen Kyuzai shyly lowered her gaze, her face turning as red as a young girl in love for the first time. This is the first time I've knitted a scarf myself, so it might not be perfect. I hope you won't mind, Teacher Chen. When the box lid popped open, inside wasn't a bomb or a weapon, but a scarf. Upon closer inspection, the scarf was knitted with care, each stitch neat and precise, clearly a handmade piece. Chen Yun responded, trying to sound as natural as possible. How could I complain? It's rare that you put so much thought into something like this. This is the first scarf I've ever received from a girl who made it with her own hands. Hearing this, Niwen Kyuzai blushed even more, her hands clutching the gift box, her eyes watching Shen Yuan eagerly, like a little puppy waiting for affection. Shen Yuan smiled warmly as he took the scarf, gently running his fingers over it, his expression as if he had just received the most precious treasure in the world. But in reality, Shen Yuan was still in security check mode. He examined every thread and stitch carefully, almost like he was inspecting imported goods at customs. After checking, Shen Yuan's mind was full of confusion as he wondered, who is this? Where's the cold-blooded female assassin from yesterday? She's really acting so well to the point it's at a master level. I didn't even recognize her. Others might not know, but I'm fully aware of who she is. A skilled assassin who can handle bombs and guns with ease. She even made Bai Chen Medicine King lose half his arm. And now, here she is sitting and knitting a scarf for me. This is one weird situation. Once he was sure the scarf was safe, no tracking devices or any kind of charm hidden in it, Shen Yuan finally felt at ease. He put the scarf around his neck and smiled softly. Thank you, QZ. I really like the gift. It's perfect because it's been so cold lately. After Chen Yuan left, a cold glint flashed across Niwen Kyuzi's eyes, quickly disappearing as if nothing had happened. Yi Han and Qin Wushuan are definitely going to be obstacles when I try to get close to Chen Yuan. I just hope those two know their place and don't get in my way. Otherwise, one day, neither of them will see the sunrise the next morning. The Kunlun Mountains are vast and boundless, majestic and grand. The snow blankets the mountains completely, yet strangely, amidst of this cold, barren land, there is a lush valley where birds sing and flowers bloom year-round, like a paradise hidden in the moral world. But getting there isn't easy. The entrance is completely buried under snow, and you have to crawl through a narrow cave so tight that even breathing too hard could get you stuck. On top of that, the path winds and twists like a complicated love story. Now we come to the main character, Bai Chen, the Medicine King. He had just barely survived a life and death battle, crawling back from Nanjing to lie in the basement for days, recovering just enough to jump up and run again. By now, Bai Chen had lost one arm, but the murderous aura around him was as fierce as a northeast winter wind. It looks like the only option now is to call the old ancestor for help, he thought. I've lost an arm and been exposed so many times. It's like my disguise skills were completely seen through. I'm just unlucky. Can't be a coincidence. That old man, Dong Suan, has clearly got me cornered, turning me into a puppet he can pull the strings of. All the effort I've put in has only served to help Dong Suan. Not only has Medicine King Valley been dishonored, but my intellect has also been humiliated beyond measure. If I don't take revenge for this, then I'm not a man. Chen Yuan, Dong Suan, and all those assassins, just wait. Once the old ancestor makes his move, that will be your end. Thinking about it, Bai Chen Medicine King tapped his head as if trying to wake himself up from a nightmare. Back then, the situation was so tense, I didn't have time to think things through. But now that I look back, something doesn't add up. Why was my disguise seen through so easily, and how was I ambushed like that? There are only two possibilities. One, Dong Suan Medicine God was always by Chen Yuan's side, never leaving him, so the moment I showed myself, I was immediately spotted. Or two, Chen Yuan himself is actually Dong Suan and Medicine God in disguise with top-tier transformation skills playing me for a fool. No matter which possibility it is, the conclusion is clear. This kid, Chen Yuan, is as devious as they come. As Bai Chen entered the valley, he immediately saw a girl watering medicinal herbs, humming a few self-made songs, her mind clearly lost in some distant dream. He thought today would be just another peaceful day like any other. But unexpectedly, in the middle of this tranquil, almost poetic atmosphere, a figure stumbled into view, causing Bai Chen to jump. Who? Who dares to barge into Medicine King Valley? Before she could even get upset, the girl's eyes widened as she realized the person in front of her was Bai Chen. But right now, he looked like he had just been hit with a stone falling from the sky. His clothes were torn, his face was pale, and one of his arms was completely gone. She dropped the bucket of water and rushed to catch Elder Martial Uncle, who was about to fall face first to the ground. As she helped him, she anxiously asked, Elder Martial Uncle, why is it you? Wait, how did you end up like this? Oh my god, you're missing an arm. Uncle, who did this to you? Tell me everything. Bai Chen was panting, his eyes filled with a mix of anger and helplessness. It's a long story, so listen carefully. Your brother Shai Yun was given a mission to go down the mountain, but after he left, he disappeared without a trace. I was really worried, so I went down the mountain to search for him. Turns out he was set up by someone. I was furious, determined to get revenge for your senior brother, but the enemy was incredibly tricky, always using dirty tricks. In the end, I made one mistake, and here I am, in this mess. What really infuriates me is that not only did they deceive me, but they also dared to disrespect our Medicine King Valley. They trampled on my honor and treated Medicine King Valley like trash. I can't stand it anymore. I have to report this to the ancestor and ask for their help to set things right. The girl's hair stood on end as she listened, her words stumbling out in disbelief. Is this really true? Those outside rats are getting so arrogant now, acting like they own the world? Is this possible? I can't believe it. We need to get to the bottom of this. Uncle Bai Chen, please go rest in your room. Let me handle this. I'll go ask the ancestor to step in. We can't just let Medicine King Valley be bullied and stay silent. Bai Chen Medicine King gritted his teeth, his eyes blazing with a fury he had never felt before. Chen Yuan, your time is up. No matter how powerful you are as the Dongswan medicine god, no matter how rich you are, no matter how many assassins you have protecting you, this time you won't escape. On February 16th, around 3 p.m., or maybe later, who really knows for sure, the film city in the imperial capital was completely locked down, and all the film crews had to stop shooting. The reason? The assassination attempt on the Dongswan medicine god had gotten way out of hand. What was once a place for filming and acting, pretending to cry and laugh, suddenly turned into a real battlefield where guns, grenades, and rocket launchers appeared more often than props. So the talent search show decided to go all in, investing in 3 luxury airplanes to transport the entire crew of nearly 700 people to Tianmen Film City. When Niwen Q Zai heard things were getting intense, she reached out to Liu Qianwen to catch up on the drama. Qianwen, do you know why the show changed its filming location? Liu Qianwen filled her in, but her voice sounded serious. I heard there was an undercover assassination attempt on set, and even weapons were involved. The sacred film city has been officially locked down, and all film crews have had to stop filming. And it doesn't end there. Director Yang was taken away too. There's a rumor that the assassins used the film crew to smuggle weapons, so this whole thing is considered a major incident. Niwen QZ felt like her head was going to explode as she listened. What on earth is going on? What about our show? Liu Qianwen looked around, then angrily cursed under her breath. The broadcast is temporarily suspended. We'll probably have to wait until the investigation is finished before we can continue filming. But Livian Wong has already made his decision. He's moving the entire team to Tianmen, the movie city, to keep filming. All media outlets have been banned from reporting on it. If they do, it could cause some serious damage. Keep your voice down, sister. Don't blurt things out like that. You could get caught up in an investigation too. Seeing Liu Qianwen's angry yet curious expression, Niwen QZ couldn't help but smile bitterly. But she couldn't deny it. Thanks to Liu Qianwen, she'd gotten a crucial piece of information and now knew Shen Yuan's next move. Suddenly, a sharp light flashed in Niwen QZ's deep eyes, and her thoughts raced through her mind like lightning. What I'm up against isn't just Chen Yun alone. There's a force behind him, an organization so large it's hard to even measure. If Chen Yuan is only a small part of this picture, then how powerful is the organization? With just a snap of their fingers, they can summon a mid-stage third-level powerhouse. Money pours in like a flood, and no one can trace where it's coming from. They have their hands in everything: finance, stocks, real estate, media, tech, biology, even artificial intelligence. This is a situation that cannot be taken lightly, especially since the entire crew would be heading to the film city of Tianmen, which is the stronghold of Chen Yuan, including this mysterious organization. Stepping into Tianmen City is like walking straight into the mouth of a tiger, turning myself into prey in a massive trap where countless eyes are watching from the shadows. The longer I stay, the more dangerous the situation becomes. I'll be surrounded by danger, with no one by my side to help, no one backing me up. At that point, things could take a turn for the worse, much worse. That's why, before getting caught in this dangerous web, I have to seek help from my organization, request reinforcements, and at least have a backup plan for the worst-case scenario. After carefully analyzing and connecting all the clues, Niwen QZ secretly approached the aunt who runs the canteen, the one responsible for buying supplies for the film crew. On the outside, she seemed like an ordinary middle-aged woman, slightly older with a tough face. But who would have guessed that this woman was actually an elite undercover agent? Niwen QZ carefully used the oldest method of communication, passing the secret message to the canteen aunt. Without saying a word, the aunt simply nodded and then disappeared into the crowd as if she had never been there. Shortly after, the secret message was quietly passed by her to an upper-level contact. This contact would then continue to encrypt the information and send it to the headquarters and superiors, where a team of top-tier experts was ready to decode every word, every sentence. Across the ocean, as soon as the confidential message from Niwen QZ arrived, the top leaders of the assassin organization were immediately alarmed and called an emergency meeting. Mr. X looked grim, his face heavy as if weighed down by Li. He flipped through the documents, muttering to himself as if reciting a prayer. Is it possible for an organization to be both so powerful and so mysterious? Not to mention how quickly it's growing like a rocket. We've been here for over 100 years to get where we are, and in just half a year, they become a dominant force. This isn't just about the honor or power of our organization being threatened. If we let this go on, the entire assassin organization might soon be swallowed up. We must act first, destroy them at all costs, and seize the artificial intelligence source code. In Gary, Indiana, 300 meters underground, there was a virus research center belonging to the Temple of Medicine Company. On the surface, it advertised itself as a vaccine research facility, but in reality, it was conducting human body modification experiments. After completing the gene modification experiment, Lai Jia Mu seemed completely transformed, gaining a powerful self-healing ability. His erased memories slowly started to return, like mushrooms growing after the rain. Most notably, his combat skills became terrifying. Every move he made was decisive, every punch and kick precise, turning him into a trump card for the secret organization. However, what was interesting was that Lai Jia Mu didn't rush to reveal his true abilities. Instead, he chose to play the fool, lying low and waiting for the right moment. Deep inside, he burned with a desire for revenge, and he had no problem using the organization and its top leaders as stepping stones to achieve his goal. Yet, the assassin organization still believed they were raising a loyal dog, obedient and, most importantly, showing no signs of resistance. Day and night, they poured their ideology into his mind, filling him with lofty ideals promising to create a dangerous pawn. In Lai Jia Mu's mind, the image of Chen Yuan stood out clearly. He ground his teeth in anger, his eyes bloodshot with fury, his voice dripping with murderous intent. Chen Yuan, just you wait. I, Lai Jia Mu, have risen from the ashes. Now I'm stronger than ever. The day I return China, I will crush you like an ant. You, Ling Xuang, Kan Ge Eon, the Wei family, the Yi family, the Qin family. Everyone who ever betrayed my Lai family, who took advantage of our downfall and stabbed us in the back. You better watch out. Lai Jia Mu will return, and when I do, you'll pay back everything 100 times over. Quickly, as soon as the order was given, Lai Jia Mu received his top-secret mission to infiltrate China. As a third-generation genetically modified soldier, this time he was entrusted with leading a 500-man elite strike force, all of them highly skilled mercenaries, waiting for his command to rush into battle. Behind him was a massive support system from the assassin organization, always ready to provide whatever was needed. The mission: hack into the artificial intelligence network and eliminate Chen Yuan. This time, Lai Jia Mu was ready to return as a destroyer. People try to stop me from killing people. Buddha tries to stop me from killing Buddha. No one can stop my steps.